Hello everybody and welcome to the Virtual Racing Championship race number 4. We're live from Kansas Speedway for the second mile-and-a-half race of the season. It's the Crashbfan 65100 here from Kansas Speedway. I'm Eddie Kalegi. I'll be joined by Trip McGinnis, Don Reynolds, and Spencer Fox on pit road. Fourth race of the season, Jarrett Talmadge coming off of an encumbered win at Phoenix. Don, what can you expect in this race today?
I can expect probably a few lap cars because this place is known for cars to be getting loose through the corners, at least from what we've seen in these practices. I don't honestly know what to expect. You never really know what to expect when you come here.
Now, Trip, what's your take? Well, Tyler McDonald is not racing today, so that should be an interesting factor. We could see someone else. Jarrett Talmadge is angry after the encumbered victory at Phoenix last week, so he's definitely going to be strong. I'd watch out for Austin Switzer. He's finished second back-to-back races. Josh Crash debuts today as well. We can expect him to be strong. Also watch out for that 78 of Paul Jackson. 11 cars in the race. I think this is going to be a very exciting race. Yep, and we're just a few minutes away from getting underway here at Kansas Speedway. Fourth race of the season. Tyler McDonald with 2 wins, Jarrett Talmadge with 1. Right now the Chevy is struggling, but first, let's send it down now for the national anthem. Now let's take a look at our starting grid and see where all the drivers line up for this race. On row 1, Jarrett Talmadge, 4th pole of the season on his outside. One of the new drivers, Josh Crash. Row 2, it is some teammates for McGinnis Motorsports, Ethan Hoffman, Austin Switzer. Then Paul Jackson in the 78, and the 4th McGinnis Motorsports car, the 36, Josh Williamson. Row 4, the 18 of Bo Loesch making his debut, and Fisher G in the 88 Chevy. Then Caleb McDonald and JoJo Sims make up row 5. Caleb Rose having some trouble with inspection, but he is starting last. So 67 laps pit window, 17 to 21 laps. Halfway bonus is lap 35. First night race of the season. Talmadge looks to rebound. Crash and Loesch make their debuts. Fisher G is the only Chevy in the field. Drivers like Tyler McDonald not in the race. Let's send it down for some pre-race interviews.
Well, I'm down here with Josh Williamson, one of the fastest drivers in practice. So how do you think that speed will transition into the race?
Boy, I think we have a legitimate chance to go out there and actually win this thing. This car handled so good during practice, and I know we might have a good qualifying run right here, or what we'd like, but hopefully we can rebound and actually get a decent finish for once.
Well, that was Josh Williamson. Let's send it back up to the booth.
And as we take a look, the cars are getting going. Taking a look at Josh Williamson here, starting 6th. All of the McGinnis cars starting up front, Trip. Yeah, Jarrett Talmadge starting first. We see Hoffman, Switzer, and Josh Williamson. Very impressive from these McGinnis cars. They were strong at Phoenix. I think they're going to be good. Don, what do you have to say about them? And do you think they are the premier team so far this season?
Well, it's a little early to tell. I mean, the Toyota Virtual Alliance factor because they've got 2 wins already with Tyler McDonald. But going into this, the Fords look to be the manufacturer of this race, with Williamson, Talmadge, Hoffman, and Switzer all putting down some of the fastest laps we've seen all year, as well as Crash, but we'll see.
Yeah, something interesting I'm noticing right here. Look, Jarrett Talmadge and Polstead are picking the outside. We know there's certain tracks where he just loves running that outside lane. Here is one of those tracks, and oh my goodness, we're already having trouble under the pace laps.
Not too unusual. Still trying to get that figured out, but...
Yep, but it looks like everything's sorted out right now, and they'll be ready to go for 66 laps here at Kansas Speedway. The car's getting set up. It'll be Jarrett Talmadge's call with Josh Crash on the inside. Hold him, flagman, hold him. Here we go. Green flag, let's go, let's roll. Jarrett Talmadge shoots out in front.
Yeah, that was a big jump for Talmadge on the outside. Not really surprising, considering he's been able to get the restart just timed perfectly every single first lap this year, but I don't know, the two starting to reel him back in.
Yeah, and look back there. JoJo Sims and Caleb McDonald started on row 5, and they found their way to 4th and 5th. There must have been some trouble back there, and you see they're bouncing around everywhere.
Whoa! There's a bit of lag there with the 21 and the 36.
Whoa, 36 does hang on. Just so you know, Caleb Rose did not get onto the track, so after 3 decent finishes to start the season, Rose is going to finish last and just pick up a single point here at Kansas. So meanwhile here, Josh Williamson trying to reel them in as we come to lap number 4 here, with Jarrett Talmadge leader Josh Crash making his debut, running in 2nd.
Boy, he got quite the run on the front straightaway, reeling in the 18, Bo Loesch.
Yep, Bo Loesch also making his debut. And Loesch is going to move up as Williamson makes the pass. That was, I believe, for 6th position. Meanwhile, Josh Crash runs 0.6 of a second behind Talmadge. 2 seconds back to Switzer. Then it's Sims and Caleb McDonald, your top 5.
Not really shocking to see the Fords doing good early on. That seems to be the pattern. Maybe the Fords can stay up front till the end of this thing and finally get something going.
Yep, Fords right now hold the top 6 positions in this race. We've seen Ford domination on a lot of occasions, but the way they're running today is just extraordinary. As top 6 are all Fords, and then the highest Toyota, only 2 Toyotas and 1 Chevy in the field. In fact, out of the ones running, out of the 10, there are 7 Fords and only 3 of the other manufacturers. That's already lap traffic coming in front of Jarrett Talmadge.
I'm shocked that this already happened early on. I think there may have been a stack up on the start of the race and some guys had to go to the back.
Yep, oh, contact between the lapped car. That is Bo Loesch in the 18, who was actually running up in the top 5, but he is falling back to 10th place. And he will get passed by Crash.
Next car back is the 14 of Sims, but he's got 4.7 seconds of breathing room right now.
Yeah, I'm shocked by how fast Talmadge and Crash have just completely checked out from the field. 5 seconds ahead. The only other mile and a half we've been to this year at Las Vegas, the drivers were much more bunched up, and we've already been green for almost 10 laps. We didn't even get to that in Las Vegas.
I think there may have been a stack up further back to spread them out so far. We're going to take a look at this real quick. The 78 and the 88 Fisher G, and
whoa, Fisher swooped down there. Let's see, Paul Jackson is going to get a run on the outside. Fisher really defending his line. Wow. Oh, he ended up
they're both sliding
a
up
little too much.
Oh, they both slid up. That's just incidental there. I don't think Fisher had any idea that Paul was that close to him, but he kept it off the wall. He kept it going straight.
So right now, Toyota is having an abysmal weekend. Tyler McDonald not racing, and then Caleb Rose did not make the start, so he's 11th. 10th is Bo Loach, 9th is Paul Jackson. So not going well for Toyota. Fisher is 8th, which means right now the top 7 are all Fords. Talmadge, Craft, Sims, Switzer, Williamson, Caleb McDonald, and Ethan Hoffman. Oh, and Switzer bounced off the wall there.
Yeah, nothing major. He'll be able to keep it going, but look at that. 7.6, 7.7 now between the 2 car and the 99. What is it going on here? It's just his first start, and he is 8 seconds ahead of 4th place.
Yeah, I mean, something else, Switzer's car was much better earlier. JoJo was able to get by him, and you see, if you look at the times, both Williamson and McDonald are reeling him in. He was ahead of them by 2 or 3 seconds, but some trouble it looks like for Williamson. He's dropping back like a fly right now.
He may
We're on lap 13.
I wouldn't be shocked if lap traffic may have something to do with it, or he was having troubles with this in practice, getting down on the apron and not getting out of the gas. When you turn on the apron and get on the gas, it gets your car sideways with the physics, so I wouldn't be shocked if that happened to him.
You know, I'm watching Austin Switzer. He was running a very interesting line. He starts sliding way up the track towards the corner and then dives right in. And it's actually holding him in a decent spot in terms of time. The only problem is here you see him slide all the way up through turn 2.
Whoa,
sometimes
he
even
almost
contacts
lost
the
it.
wall.
He just
Good
about
speed,
lost
though.
it there.
And Caleb McDonald is now within a second. 6th place, that is Ethan Hoffman in the 8 pink McGuinness Ford as we're at lap 15. Jarrett Talmadge continues to lead, trying to come back after that encumbered victory at Phoenix.
He certainly checked out early on.
But that 2 car is hanging right with him right now.
Yeah, there's not really much competition, but with the 28 and the 2 up front, everyone else is just praying that a caution comes out.
So at this point, I believe it's still that the top 7 are all Fords. The manufacturer domination this weekend from Ford. And if you've got your top 3, they're all from different teams. McGuinness is Talmadge, Penske's Crash, and then Hassan Lyon's JoJo Sims.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, again, that the Fords are strong early on, but, you know, I wouldn't, what am I trying to say? I wouldn't be shocked if someone else would to get up front early, as we see the 88 on the pit road there.
Yeah, and that points something out. We're at lap 17. First of all, this is a remarkably long green flag run. We are already at 16 laps on this green flag run, and pit window is about 19 to, I think you can stretch it out to as many as about 21, 22 laps. You see Switzer, I think he's only got 2 or 3 laps left in the fuel, so you see one car peeling off. I think that's the 14 of Sims, and the fuel lap's on the 99, so he's going to have to come down soon too.
2 more laps of fuel for the 99.
So you see it's a 1 second gap between Talmadge and Crash. Both Caleb McDonald and Sims seem to be on pit road. I believe
Yep, he
Ethan
just
Hoffman
bumped
is
it.
not pitted yet.
We just bumped it barely, but that doesn't look like it's going to hurt his momentum, at least for now.
99's really got a pit here, but I think he is. He's wheeling it down, and here comes Austin Switzer.
Whoa! Gets into the grass.
David. Oh,
Just
wow.
Barely
And he only
scraped
hit
the
the
wall.
wall a little.
I bet he's glad that it wasn't much worse than that, because he could have easily done some damage to that car. Oh, now the
Top
2
2
leaders
are also
coming
coming
in.
down, and it's a much cleaner entry for Talmadge and Crash, especially Crash, who did not even slide whatsoever, and comes in easily. And we see him giving himself a slight wedge adjustment to tighten up that car. He was a little loose. He did tell us he was a little free during that first run. He feels if he tightens it up, he's going to have a chance to catch that 28.
I believe with the 2 leaders pitting, that could give Hoffman the lead. Yes, it does. 8 car
Yep,
to the
Paul
lead
Jackson also on pit road, as is Caleb McDonald pulling out.
here. I
There's
believe that Hoffman is going to be pitting the next time around. So that could give the 28 at Talmadge to the lead again.
Yep, Wade cycled out. Talmadge actually gained 2 seconds on that session of pit stops. And Switzer has regained 3rd place. He might have at least. JoJo Sims is closing in. That's going to be a good battle probably for 3rd place. And actually, JoJo's going to pass him. So Switzer's going to lose a spot in that.
There he goes, the 8 to the pit road.
8 of Hoffman to pit road. Bo Loesch is 2 laps down. He's on pit road, complaining of some major issues in that car as Talmadge leads by just over 2 seconds over Crash. We're at lap 20, and still we've been green the entire way.
These guys 3rd on back. They need a caution if they have any chance to catch up. I wouldn't expect if Talmadge is that far ahead and this race continues to go green, we're only going to have 2 cars on the lead lap at this point, seems like.
Well, fortunately, they do have the halfway bonus and only a little more than 10 laps. Everybody should be good on gas till then, it looks like. And here's Josh Williamson back here.
I believe I saw the 2 car passing the 8 of Hoffman. There on the back. Oh, whoa! Boy. He's still sideways. Up towards the wall. He saved it.
What a job by Williamson. And there's a caution on the track here at lap 21.
There's debris on the track.
Caution for debris. As it's Talmadge, Crash, Sims to the line. He is in 3rd place.
Williamson to 4th.
There's the slow car of Loesch. Yeah, something with Switzer. That whole sequence just completely destroyed that 99, who was 3rd early in the race. Watch this again. Sideways, jiggles again. He's still not done. Clips
jiggles a 3rd time. He's 45 degrees sideways coming out of turn 2.
That was lucky there. So finally a caution after a 20-lap green flag run. We had a 23-lap green flag run at Phoenix, but if you're going to go by mileage, this is the longest green flag run we've had this season, as we ran 33 miles under the green flag run.
Wow, Talmadge is going to pit here.
Yeah, this is a bit of a surprise. JoJo zooks him out. I thought he was coming down pit road, but I guess not. It's going to put Williamson in 3rd.
Place. I find it.
Williamson 3rd, Caleb McDonald 4th, and Austin Switzer rounding out your top 5.
Considering the fact that green flag pit stops just ended, I have no idea why some of these guys are pitting there. Maybe they know something I don't know.
Yeah, what I've been hearing, Jared Talmadge was saying that his car really wasn't good with the last adjustments. He wanted to change it up, and plus, we've only got a few cars in the lead lap, and if you get a good restart, we saw this from the 14, he was back in 9th, and he made it to 3rd on the initial start, so I think if Talmadge can get around a couple people, he could be right up there, but Crash now is in the driver's seat to win a halfway bonus in his first start.
That is if he gets a good restart here. That 36 of Williamson can get quite the start here at Kansas.
And watch out for that 14. JoJo Sims is only 9 years old, and he's got a chance here to win a halfway bonus.
It's pretty crazy what he's been able to do just so early on this year.
They got ready to go.
I guess they're going to do one more. Could get everybody lined up.
One more pit flap. So you see Hoffman is 6th. Talmadge cycles out to 7th. And then G, Jackson, and then Loesch many laps down.
What about the run today by Austin Switzer, who's going for the 3rd, 2nd place in a row, maybe even a win if he can get up there.
Yeah, he's been strong. He finished 4th in the Daytona 125, a race where he was just riddled with being involved in accidents, and survived late to finish 4th. And I mean, it was just, it's been pure luck for that 99. And he's been able to avoid the big wrecks, almost won Phoenix. It's been interesting from the perspective of Switzer, and I really think he's going to be a championship contender. But the big factor here is that Tyler McDonald is not running this race, so he does not have an opportunity to score win number 3 and win his second mile-and-a-half race of the season. So the cars getting lined up. Yep, it sounds like they are. Here we come. Crash, Sims, green flag back in the air here on lap 26.
Big jump by Williamson behind, but... Oh, what? Where did Talmadge come from?
What a restart from Talmadge!
Oh boy!
I told you about those strong restarts he can have, and he's going to be second.
Whoa,
and Josh Williamson with another wild save.
What in the world just happened there? Why did he slow in turn 2?
He might have thought there was a caution.
Oh, there goes Williamson underneath again. He did it again.
And
now the caution's out.
And in all this chaos, the caution's going to come out. Jared Talmadge somehow went from 7th to 1st for an instant on that restart. Then Williamson has another crazy save. Crash decides to just stop on the backstretch, and all of a sudden JoJo Sims is leading this race.
That was got to be the craziest restart I've ever seen in any league as he gets spun again. Josh Crash.
And goes airborne off of Fisher G.
Oh.
Fisher has flipped in all 3 races so far this season. Who knows, maybe he can do it for a 4th time.
I doubt he wants to. I don't think he really wants to do that. Of course, nobody wants to do that, so I can imagine he's doing his best to just avoid the wrecks today.
And already trouble here on the pace laps. It looks like they're getting things organized, though. Let's take a look at the replay of this chaos. Look at Talmadge on the inside. Switzer gets turned. Talmadge is coming. Williamson bounces off Sims.
Might have been some contact.
Yeah, Crash just rounded around the outside and he made it through. And then watch this.
He had
He's
to
going
have thought
so
there was
slow
a
and
caution
Talmadge
out.
just plows into the 2 car.
He had to have thought there was a caution out.
Yeah, Crash is a very experienced driver. I don't think he would have just stopped in the middle of the track without legitimate reason, and that clearly wasn't lag, so I'm going to say that he probably didn't realize the caution to come out, but that could cost him.
Here this is again. That might have been lag with Fisher G there.
Every race, it seems like, when we have a track with grass, the grass is just so marked up by the end of the race.
Well,
they will give him back his position, so Crash will be up there with Talmadge. Then it's Switzer, Caleb McDonald, and Sims. Here's we come, as I believe it's only 5 or 6 more laps till the halfway bonus.
It is. Alright, so this is getting down to everybody wants this playoff point, so who's gonna get it? Who's the best
Since Talmadge's were encumbered, everybody who's gotten a playoff point so far is in the McDonald family. Green flag is back in the air, and whoa, look at Sims making it 3 wide. Hoffman a good restart. Williamson did not go.
Not a good restart for the 36 at all. He's going to lose a ton of positions.
Back to 7th. Jackson having issues. He's a lap down. Oh, and Bay bounces off Hoffman. Loesch is spinning like crazy. Williamson is around, and that's pretty much going to end his first half of the race. He's not going to be a factor unless we get another caution.
He has just been so unlucky these past few races early on, especially.
Crash, look at him drifting. That car is so loose. Even though he made the adjustment to tighten the car, that car just slides through the corner. And he's trying to hold off JoJo Sims. He's got half a second. Switzer having some issues. He's falling back. And he's got 2 more tenths ahead of Sims. So I think Crash might have a chance here to get a halfway bonus in his first start.
Boy, he's checked out. He is doing nothing but pulling away from that 14 car. Look at that. 2.1.1, 1.2, 1.3 probably going to be by the time he gets to turn 3.
And now something interesting I do want to mention. He only ran 1 of the 3 practice sessions. You got guys Sims, Switzer, Talmadge all running well in this race. They practiced in all 3 sessions. Crash only ran 1 session, and he is just flat out dominating right now.
It's his first start, so I would expect to see this kind of momentum any track we go to if he's going to be racing at it. This is his first start. He has this kind of momentum. He's a legitimate threat to be in the championship later on. He's doing
We're on
nothing
lap
but pulling
33 now, and he's got a 2-second gap over a battle for second, and Switzer is going to get by Sims in turns 1 and 2. Caleb McDonald and Fisher G now round out the top 5. Fisher G, the highest running car that is not a Ford, in 5th. Talmadge had some contact in the back, and he's back in 7th place. So they come here for lap number 34 as Josh Crash comes to the stripe as we're on lap number 34 now.
He ran a 30.603 that lap. Easily one of the fastest laps we've seen during this whole race.
There is lap traffic ahead, but we are coming to the halfway bonus, so I don't think Crash is going to be able to catch this car. Maybe he will. It's going to be Loesch who's going to pull off. Loesch has had all kinds of issues through the first half of the race. But coming to the stripe, Josh Crash wins the halfway bonus in his first start.
Good for him. Oh, a little too much caught up in celebrating the halfway bonus. He slams the wall.
Yeah, well, that's his first celebration of anything here in the VRC, and Austin Switzer is second there. He actually did hold off Sims for that second position. So we'll be headed to a commercial break. Josh Crash wins the halfway bonus in the Crashbfan 6.5 100 here at Kansas in the Virtual Racing Championship. We'll be back.
Josh Crash, driver of the number 2 Penske Racing Ford. You are watching the Virtual Racing Championship.
Calling all gamers, streamers, YouTubers, owners of Twitter pages, Facebook pages, and websites. Are you in deep need of graphics? Then check out Canyon's Graphics today for some great deals. For gaming, how about gaming logos $3, banners, profile pics for $4, custom streamer logo for $6, all streamer packages at $15. How about custom cards for $4, canvas art runs at $8, custom logo for $10, and art business page packages at $15. Check out Canyon Graphics today on Twitter at Canyon's Graphic. Remember, each design is custom made for each customer to be as original and unique as you are. Check out Canyon's Graphics, the official graphics source of the Virtual Racing Championship. Pit stops here. Josh Crash is going to lead the field into pit road here at lap 36. Let's talk to JoJo Sims.
JoJo Sims, this is Don Reynolds up in the VRN booth. You got me?
Yep.
Alright, so you had a pretty decent run so far. What do you want to do going forward to maybe get up to the front?
Well, what mainly matters here is my pit strategy. If my fuel and everything wouldn't go down at all, then I would be perfect. I would have a run to win this race. But pit strategy is all that matters to me now. I'm hoping to have a good run and at least get a top 3 this race.
Alright, best of luck to you.
Okay.
Alright, so Josh Williamson is your leader after playing some strategy here at Kansas.
Yeah, he said he had a pretty decent car in the interview. I wouldn't be shocked if he at least leads some bit of this. Obviously he's going to be leading laps under caution, but the question is, will he be able to hold on for the rest of the way, and will he be able to keep the 20th of Talmadge behind him?
Yeah, he had problems with both the connection and the engine at Phoenix, and he ended up having to leave the race early, and he finished 9th, so he definitely wants to improve from that. But look at where the Fords are, specifically McGinnis Motorsports. 1, 2, 3, and 5 with Crash and Sims sandwiched right with them. Ford is just dominating this race right now. Everybody is running well.
That's the only manufacturer that's been leading in this one.
Yep, but I think they, aside from like during green flag pit stops at Phoenix, it was all either Talmadge or Switzer leading almost every lap back at Phoenix. So Ford has really just dominated after Tyler McDonald went on that tear and won the first 2 races of the season with teammate Caleb Rose running in the top 3 in both of those races as well. As we watch here from the perspective of Josh Williamson, he'll have Ethan Hoffman on his outside. Hoffman, who after a disappointing race at Daytona, finished in the top 5 at Las Vegas, and then finished a career best 3rd last week at Phoenix, looking to improve on that and really continue the production here for McGinnis Motorsports.
Here he's come, bringing them down slow for this one. They might go one more.
Let's see what the
And they
official
will.
call
No, they won't.
is, and they are going to go. 30 laps to go. The green flag is out here at Kansas, and Ethan Hoffman does not go well, and Josh Crash is right there in second. I think there was many stack up, as I don't think Talmadge went that well either.
He slid up, and now he's got a huge lead over second place. It's Talmadge in second.
Yep, Talmadge has taken second. Crash, Sims, Hoffman now back there.
Uh-oh, he slid up. Here comes Talmadge on the inside. He's
Here
going to
comes
overtake
Jarrett.
him.
Can Williamson even get a green flag lap led?
No, he cannot. Talmadge gets him
Talmadge
by a
makes a
car
move
length.
to the apron and takes the lead from his teammate.
And now he's checked out. Williamson's going to be lucky if he catches him now.
Talmadge has led in all 4 races this season. Josh Crash is in 3rd. Really, that's the difficulty here for Crash. How quickly can he get around the 36 so he doesn't fall too far behind Talmadge?
I guarantee he's about to get him. Williamson is slowing up. There he goes. Now he's to the
Yes,
inside.
here he goes to the inside. Williamson,
that was lag.
no! That was lag. Crash is
He's-
sliding. He's
Oh.
gonna bounce off the wall.
Oh, that was
I think that's
unfortunate.
gonna give Hoffman enough time to take away 3rd place.
Maybe, maybe not.
No, actually, Crash actually got up to speed rather quickly. And after that contact, Williamson still is less than 2 seconds behind.
Hoffman's lagging a little bit too.
Everybody's lagging right now. Still not as bad, though, as Phoenix. Phoenix was bad with the lag.
I don't think we're ever going to have any worse than Phoenix. But I don't want to jinx it.
So right now, it's a 2.3 second advantage for Talmadge. Then it's Williamson 2nd, Crash 3rd, Hoffman 4th, Sims 5th. I don't really know what happened to Switzer. I think he got stacked up on that restart because he has fallen back to at least 6th. Here's
Talmadge is
Williamson.
checked out. He is just gone.
And Williamson's, I think Crash would have had an opportunity to catch him if he was carrying a little more speed as they go around that slow car once again. But he made the contact with Williamson, and if we stay green the rest of the way, I mean, Talmadge would have a good shot here, but as we know before, every race so far we've had a late caution. Every single race we've had a caution with less than 8 to go. So, I mean, there's still a chance for that. As we are at 25 laps to go here in the Crashbfan 6.5 100 from Kansas Speedway.
Guarantee if we go green all the way to the end and Talmadge doesn't lose connection, he will be the only car on the lead lap. He's just going to lap every single car because he knows how to save fuel, he gets quick laps, and he is just checked
Within
out
a second, he's 6 tenths
everybody.
back. 4 tenths, here he comes. Wow, Crash gained half a second on the straightaway, and he might even get the 36 in 1 and 2.
Oh, he
He's going
got
to move to
sideways
the outside.
for
He's
him.
got to run.
Oh, he's getting sideways. There he goes.
Crash is
Another good
going to
save
take
by
second
Williamson.
on a commanding drive there, and the youngster is really trying to push it and try to catch Talmadge to win in his debut.
Whoa, Williamson got sideways again off turn 4.
He must be dropping a really crazy low setup because he is sliding and slipping every single lap.
Yeah, he's got to figure something out. He's going to have a terrible finish if he keeps that up.
And it's a 4.6 second.
Now Hoffman has overtaken Williams.
36. 36 has fallen to 4th.
He must have hit the apron. Up, there goes Sims.
Yeah.
He had to have
He's
hit
back
the
to
apron.
5th place. Oh, and there's a car across the track.
It's the 78.
Ooh, Paul Jackson. I don't know what was going on there. He has not had that great of a race. He had a good run at Phoenix, but today he ended up having an incident coming into pit road. He ended up speeding on pit road, which is why he was blocked from getting the waiver round earlier in the race.
Yeah, really unfortunate. He had a good car and practice, but just not doing good early on.
So it's staying pretty consistent at 4.6. JoJo Sims is way back, then it's Switzer and Hoffman. Hoffman has fallen back as well. So we are coming to 21 to go.
He's really him in a little bit. That's 2/10 Crash has gained.
Yep, he's coming. And it really depends on this pit stop. If we end up having a pit here
he got
under
sideways.
green,
Now he's going to fall back some.
yeah, this might get back up to 5 seconds. Sims is now more than 10 seconds back. Yep, you see, look at that right front tire when that came up. He's only got 50% right now on that right front, so those tires are definitely wearing.
Traffic coming up, it's Loach.
Loach moves to the high side and lets the leaders pass. And right now, only 4 cars run on the lead lap. It's Talmadge, Crash, JoJo Sims, and Austin Switzer. Hoffman, the first car, lap down in 5th. Paul Jackson having issues again.
And now
he's now 3 laps down.
So now, Switzer is the only car is the last car on the lead lap.
Yep, he's in 4th place and 23 seconds behind the leader, so. And Talmadge is running right around 30.1s consistently each lap, so he's gaining on that 99 pretty quickly. 78 was off track
49.
again.
He must have some bad issues going on with wedge and tires and stuff. That or he's spinning onto the pit road.
17 laps to go here. It's Talmadge, Crash, Sims. Switzer was on pit road and getting his surface. He should be able to make it to the end at this
Somebody's
point.
sideways into turn 3 that might be G. And it is Fisher G.
Loesch makes it to pit road. Loesch is now, I believe, 7 or 8 laps down. Switzer coming off pit road.
And Crash
there. Crash is going to go halfway around, but he is going to save it. And now JoJo Sims, if he's got some momentum, and this is also going to be a big benefit to Talmadge, who's now extended his lead to 8 seconds as we're nearing, there's about 15 to go.
Williamson on the outside.
Williamson is 6th, but not in a wave around free pass position, rather. He's got 2 teammates ahead of him for that.
He's got to be hoping they have to pit one more time if he's going to get back on the lead lap.
So we are at 15 laps to go here at Kansas Speedway. Talmadge, Josh Crash, JoJo Sims, the only 3 on the lead lap. All have to pit. I believe, though, JoJo is on pit road right now, making his service, and Crash's fuel light is on.
There he goes.
As he's riddled in lap traffic, he makes it to pit road.
Good entry.
Loesch having issues, and he's back on pit road. And Talmadge, let's see if he makes any adjustments. Yeah, he's staying stagnant. He might just take the 4 tires and gas.
And I believe that will give Sims the lead. If he didn't pit.
Caleb McDonald is out of the race. He was just kicked a few laps ago. He had to back up onto pit road and ended up crashing and having all kinds of issues. So Caleb McDonald is out of the race at this point. As here comes the 2 off pit road.
He had one of the best cars in the whole race. That's really unfortunate.
So Talmadge leads by 8.9 seconds.
I believe everyone else went onto pit road the same time.
Yeah, almost everybody was on pit road there, no matter how many laps down they were. So Sims has cycled 3rd, Hoffman to 4th, Switzer to 5th, and at this point, all 5 of those cars are on the lead lap, as we have just 13 laps remaining at Kansas.
Puts Williamson in the 6th position.
Oh!
There's Bo Loesch sideways on the track.
Bo Loesch is
keeps it
10
going
laps
straight.
down. I think it might be time for him to call it a day here in the debut.
Keeps it going straight, and he'll keep the 2nd spot as long as the 14 of Sims doesn't catch him.
Sims is closing.
He got back going. Still 3 seconds to the good for 2nd place.
Yeah, but the real factor now, 17-second lead for Jarrett Talmadge. So unless we get a caution, he can just coast to a victory, and hopefully he doesn't get any hurt after this one.
I don't believe he's pit yet, so if he hasn't pit yet, he's probably going to at some point. That would give Crash...
No, but actually he did pit a few laps ago, which is why when Crash came out of the pits, he was still consistent 9 seconds behind him. So Talmadge has pit.
That's right.
So it looks like I believe everybody has hit at some point over the last 10 laps. So the ones who pitted early, like this 8 car right ahead.
Look out!
Oh, you hit Crash. He might have to pit soon. And whoa, and I think he's actually on the inside. Might have been thinking about pitting. That was a little crazy.
He didn't pit. Maybe Talmadge just took gas.
He has lost a lap, so there's only 5 on the lead lap. 3 McGinnis cars plus Crash and Sims.
Sims is gaining though. Now the gap's getting big.
19 seconds.
Yeah, he needs a caution if this is going to... If he's going to catch Talmadge for this first place. Talmadge is just praying that a caution doesn't come out. He has this race won.
I believe Bo Loesch has retired from the race, which would get us down now to just 8 still running on the track. He was 11 laps down at the time. As we were at 8 laps to go, Talmadge has actually dropped a second. Crash is pushing it hard, but he's going to have to be gained like 2 seconds a lap to catch Talmadge under green. And the caution is out. Caution out here on lap 59, and that changes everything. Caution for a crash somewhere on the backstretch that supposedly involved Ethan Hoffman, JoJo Sims, and others.
Wow. That does change everything. Talmadge was going to have this race won, but the late caution...
And with only 5 cars in the lead lap, it's going to be interesting to see if any strategy is pulled here. I'm going to want to see what happened, though, because that was supposedly a big wreck back there. And here's JoJo, who was involved in it. He's in 3rd place. Switzer got a lot of contact in it. Oh, and Talmadge has lost connection.
Oh, no.
I think Talmadge has lost connection.
No way. He was going to have this won if he didn't disconnect.
For the 2nd time at a mile this season, Jarrett Talmadge has lost connection while leading in the last 5 laps of the race.
That is just awful.
Painful way for that to end for Talmadge. And Jarrett Talmadge will not get the victory, and he will end up finishing, I believe, in 8th place. And now we've only got 7 more running right now.
Still a car out there.
That changes
the car's
everything.
Running. So let's take a replay of the chaos back here.
Oh,
there's Josh
man.
Williamson.
Oh!
That was Fisher G that he pounded. And watch,
almost
Talmadge
got
just
Talmadge. And then they start piling up behind. Whoa! My goodness. That's why
there
he
was even more
back.
chaos. We're hearing that Ethan Hoffman made some contact.
Look at the inside there with Bo Loesch and
This is
Fisher.
only part of that wreck. There was really 2 wrecks going on, but everybody except for Talmadge and Crash were wrecking, so...
Yeah,
but this race has changed. Jarrett Talmadge had led every lap since the halfway bonus that was won by Josh Crash, and now Talmadge is disconnected. There are only 7 cars on the track. Williamson, Switzer, Sims, and the 2 of Crash all run on the lead lap. Ethan Hoffman is a lap down. Fisher G, I believe, is a lap or 2 down, and Paul Jackson is 3 laps down. Williamson gets stuck behind the 88 on pit road, but he still does beat out Switzer.
3rd off of pit road for Williamson. He's as high as he's been all day now.
And it's now Crash versus Sims. 9-year-old driver versus a driver making their debut. With Switzer and Williamson, the two McGinnis cars still running on the lead lap, third and fourth. All four cars in the lead lap are Fords. Fisher G is a lap down in fifth. Sixth place in 2 laps down after that crash is Ethan Hoffman. Seventh place, 3 laps down after an incident coming into pit road is Paul Jackson in the 78. And cars out of the race, Talmadge, Bo Loach, Caleb McDonald, and Caleb Rose.
Alright, we're going to be going green next time by. With
Final restart of the race. I bet this is going to be very... 4 drivers going for a win. None of them have a win yet this season.
Just Williamson came off 4th place, apparently. He's on the outside.
He might be in the most disadvantageous spot, up on the outside of row 2, especially if Sims doesn't get the best of restarts. Watch out, though, for the 99 of Switzer. He could be in the perfect catbird speed here if there's any issues for the 2 and 14.
I think what Williamson would do if he was on the inside, if Crash did not get going, he would just dive to the inside, not take any chance of being stuck behind, and be leading this thing. Not sure if he'd be able to hold on to it, but he sure isn't going to be able to do that on the outside. See if Switzer will be able to do something here.
Well, our questions will be answered here and find out who the winner is in just about 2 or 3 minutes. They get ready to go. Crash, Sims, Switzer, Williamson, the only 4 on the lead lap. 4 Fords, who's going to win it? Green flag back in the air here at Kansas Speedway.
Jump. Huge jump for Josh Crash heading into turn 1.
And Williamson had a good restart. Switzer falls to 4th. Sims clears them both.
Williamson and Switzer are side by side for 3rd place.
Good battle between teammates as JoJo Sims runs 3/10 back.
Look
Here comes
out!
Switzer
He got
to the
sideways
inside.
again! Nice save!
But lucky save, he almost turned his teammate there. Switzer hangs on, and now Switzer is chasing after the 14 as Crash is a lap and a half away from winning in his debut.
And now the 99 and the 14 are side by side. Looks like Switzer's going to get the spot, at least for the moment. Sims isn't giving it up that easy.
Switzer going for a 3rd straight 2nd place finish. Crash going for a 1st place in his debut. One more lap around here at Kansas Speedway.
Little bit sideways going through the corner, but he's got a ton of breathing room over 2nd place Switzer.
2nd and a half of Switzer and
he got sideways again.
Williamson giving it one last charge, sliding all over the place once again.
That pretty much seals a 4th place for him. He's not going to gain any more spots.
Through turn 4. What a debut. Driver of the 2, Josh Crash. Josh Crash wins at Kansas Speedway.
And Williamson will come across in the 4th place sideways again.
Big bobble across. It's Crash, Switzer getting his 3rd straight 2nd place finish, JoJo Sims, and then Josh Williamson, your 1, 2, 3, 4. Your 4 on the lead lap. What a race we had today.
105 speed rating for the rookie, Josh Crash, in his 1st start.
See a lot of cars many laps down after this one.
And a ton of marks on the grass.
So close. Let's get some post-race interviews.
Well, I'm down here with Austin Switzer. He came home 2nd today for the 3rd time in a row. So how do you feel about having the pit issues?
Well, I mean, there's those types of things are going to happen every race. I mean, I'm still happy with the way we finished. We got a 2nd. We had a heck of the battle with a 14 at the end of the race, and we ended up getting 2nd. Ford's top 4 positions. So, once again, I got to thank everybody with the team. I got to thank Xfinity and Florida Lottery, and of course Trip McGinnis for giving us the wonderful 99 Ford. But yeah, those pit issues, things like that are going to happen all the time. Just we got to work on efficient pit stops, and I got to work on my pit road entry more. But still got 2nd, and I'm really safe in terms of points right now.
Okay, Austin Switzer comes home 2nd. Well, I'm down here with Josh Williamson. He came home 4th, the last car on the lead lap. So how do you think the car was handling today?
The car handled great, other than, when we get up to the front, it would get a little loose, probably because we were touching the apron a little bit, but that's completely on me. If anything happened today, it was probably had something to do with the car being too loose or too tight, but we fixed that during the day, and oh my goodness, how did we get 4th place, for crying out loud? We finished 9th at Las Vegas, and then 9th again at Phoenix. I never thought that we'd get something like 4th this quick. This is awesome.
Well, Josh Williamson comes home 4th. Let's send it back to the booth.
Point standings after 4 races. Tyler McDonald is the only one locked in. Austin Switzer now with a 19-point gap to the good. G. Rose, Hoffman, McDonald are currently the 6th in. JoJo Sims is right there. Crash has sprung up already to 9th in points. Jarrett Talmadge is back in 13th after this one. Definitely thought he had a chance to win, but still, it's very up in the air. We got a good battle, a lot of drivers between 3rd and 11th, separated by just 13 points. Josh Crash celebrates victory in his debut in the Virtual Racing Championship. For Spencer Fox, Don Reynolds, and Kurt McGinnis, I'm Eddie Pileggi. We'll see you next time on the Virtual Racing Championship.